Well, hello there, gang. Welcome to the 30. I am Patrick Jackman, your host of the weekly live broadcast and founder and principal of the Jackman Group LLC. We are a training and development company. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the conversation. The 30 is a weekly live broadcast, as I said, where we speak with leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners, and personal and development experts. So each episode of the 30, we bring a dynamic guest into the studio, live studio. And today is no other. If you are watching us, you can watch us on Facebook, YouTube. We're streaming live, and we're also on LinkedIn. I heard there were some issues with stream on LinkedIn, but you can catch us on Facebook or YouTube. We are live there. Today I have the privilege and honor. We're going to go travel right now to New Jersey and welcome Jacqueline R. Robinson. Our topic and our focus, our discussion today is creating your second act. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to chatting with her because almost 11 years today, actually, tomorrow will be 11 years where after spending years in corporate America, went out on faith, and tomorrow will be 11 years that we founded the Jackman Group. So that was Life 2.0, my second act. So join us in the conversation. Let's get this party started right about now. Hey again, welcome to the 30. This is Patrick. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the 30 tonight or today, wherever you are, whether you are watching it live or in replay. We're going to be talking about how do you go about creating your second act? What is your second act? So we're going to ask the founder of Life 2.0 community, Jacqueline R. Robinson. Jackie, welcome to the 30.
Hi, Patrick. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Hey, I'm alive. I'm here. Family's good. I am blessed.
I hear you. I look nowadays. That's all we can ask for.
That's it. That's it.
That's
The little
it.
things.
Right.
So
Mhm.
tell our viewers, who is Jacqueline Robinson and what is this thing about the community, Life 2.0 community?
The Life 2.0 community really is something that I started. Oh gosh, I think you know my story, Patrick. I was downsized from Merck. Oh gosh, back in 2008. And as a result of being downsized, one day you make that phone call, you find out whether or not you have a job or not, and you're told you don't have a job. So at that point, I had I had an option either to stay, um, take a step down in my position, or because of I was 55, I could then get my retirement package, which I decided to do because um, I just decided I wanted to step out on faith. I had 7 more years in my mind that I was gonna hang in there until I was until I retire. And every time I think about that, I can kick myself to say that I was willing to to take 7 more years of my life, um, to, just hang in there and be miserable. Because basically, there were parts of the job that I enjoyed, and then parts of the job that it was just making me crazy. I had had enough. So I said, I'm just take my package and not know what I'm going to do, but I just want to step out in faith and figure something else out. So as a result of that, I had friends and families and so forth that had asked me, you're retired. What are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm not retired. I just don't have a job. So I decided, and the bills don't go away because you no longer have a job. So
Sure.
really, as a result of people just asking me a lot of questions and coming to me and saying, you know what, I think I'm going to be downsized. I think I'm going to maybe retire. What are you doing? How are you doing it? So I soon realized that a lot of people, a lot of women were facing what I was facing. And then a little bit later on, it wasn't so much people who were, looking to retire, but I realized that even younger women, they were pretty much asking some of the same questions and having the same feelings that I felt. There has to be something better. In my mind, I just said there has to be something better. And I just wanted to take that chance and just, step out on faith and find out what it was. So after a series of doing things, and I have to say, one of the things I was very, very adamant about was because I had that corporate experience. I had experienced things that, was no longer happy. I made sure that whatever I did from that point on were things that I truly enjoyed doing. So, the talents, the skills, my passions, that was the starting point. That was like, this is what you're going to do, but it has to be something that you truly enjoy doing. And from that, I mean, I have, I really have to say, I've done so many things after stepping out that I enjoyed doing. Like for example, I was taking interior design courses while I was still at Merck because I was just stressed. I just needed to do something that I enjoyed doing. From that, I ended up meeting, and Sabrina, and I worked with Sabrina because at the time she had a design company. She and I did amazing projects. I mean, one of our projects, we staged the selling of Queen Latifah's Colts Neck home. I went on to I studied after I finished taking courses at Middlesex. I went on to New York School of Interior Design to take courses. Um, I've hosted the Life 2.0 show, which was a spinoff because I really wanted people to have access to women who had created their second act and to learn from their experience and their story. And I did that for several years. And then, things were starting to happen at the studio. We weren't sure if we were still going to have the space. So then I just said, let me just do podcasting. And just when I was in a position at the point of transitioning over to podcast, here comes COVID. So that shut everything down. But I'm really, really psyched because I am now taking the Life 2.0 to another level, to a different level. Because it's not just, I say living Life 2.0 is a lifestyle. It's not just about, what is it you want to do? It's your lifestyle. We talk about 8 key areas of life: finance, health, money, personal growth. So, what I'm doing now is I still will continue to feature women who have created their second act, but I'm taking it a step to the next level because I really want to talk about these 8 key areas in terms of living more fulfilling Life 2.0 or Life 2.0 lifestyle. Oops, can't hear you. Ooh,
Well, well,
okay.
first and foremost, what is the difference between your second act
Mhm.
and Life 2.0? Is there a difference or is
There
it one
really
and the
is no,
same?
no, there really isn't a difference, and it's funny
Okay.
because initially when I started out, I was thinking people who were gonna retire and reinvent themselves, but as I said, I met so many people, younger women, who were no longer weren't happy in their positions, and I realized that Life 2.0 is really about taking those things off the back shelf, those things that you put on the back shelf because for whatever reason, time was never right. Raising a family, you're involved in your career. So really Life 2.0 can be really anything in your life. And I'll give you a great example. One of my dear, dear friends was a single mom for many years. She has a natural talent as an artist. Her brother is an artist, her dad was an artist. And at some point, she decided she was going to take art lessons. She's now doing amazing art. She's doing art in watercolor and oils and various mediums. So that's her life 2.0 because it's
Hmm.
doing something she truly, truly loves doing. It's about taking your passions, your gifts, your talents that you enjoy. You must enjoy them
Sure.
and using those as a guide to what your next could be. So it doesn't have to be leaving your job or anything like that. It could be, volunteering. It could be writing that book. It could be, you want to be you're an artist. That's what Life 2.0 is really taking this point in your life and saying, I need to pull those dreams off the back shelf. And I would say even more so, especially if you have a gift or a talent that can be of service to others, that is huge. I mean, the world needs everyone who has a talent or a gift to help make this place a better place.
Good. Now,
Mhm.
this is I notice on your bio,
Yeah.
and you
Mhm.
just said it. You said it is specifically for women, and I know you and I had a conversation
Yeah, we
about
can have
this.
that.
Fellows, hold on, because I've been trying to get Jackie to says, "Hey, what about the fellas? What about the men? We also need the Life 2.0."
Yeah.
So where are we with that? It
Well,
is
you
still
know
for
what?
women,
It's
or
because Patrick, it's because it's when they tell you when you're starting a business, start with what you know.
sure.
And I, as a professional woman coming from the corporate environment, that's what I knew. I knew what we were feeling. I knew what we were thinking. I knew some of the things that, we said, oh, if we could only do this, but there's the kids, there's whatever, whatever. So that's why I really concentrated on that. Now, I will say that I do teach at a local community college, and that's open. It's not just for women, it's open to men too, because really the process is for anyone. It's not the process of going through and developing your second act is not gender specific. It can be for
Absolutely.
anyone.
Right. Okay. So
Okay, so you better with that.
we're gonna make sure that the fellas are also getting some of this 2.0 love.
Right, right.
Even if we partner together, make sure that the women and the men, but we got to make sure that both of us, men
Yes,
and women, get this, because and I know that you've seen this where millions of people
right.
in our population in our country have what we call the great quit this
Yeah,
year. And
yeah,
they're talking about 30 something million.
right.
So some of those individuals, and I spoke to a couple of them
Mhm.
um, as earlier this week, and they were just frustrated. They just says, enough is enough. I've had it.
Right,
So now they're looking for their life 2.0.
right, right. And true, I think being in lockdown gave people the opportunity, I should say, because with nothing, that was horrendous in itself. But I think it gave people the opportunity to slow down and really take a look at where they were in their life. What they were they happy? Were they not happy? What were some of the things that what life is short, and unfortunately for all the numbers of people that we lost, I think a lot of people realize how short life is and how putting something off till tomorrow is not necessarily the best way to live. But I will say that unexpected life events are usually the catalyst for people saying, okay, well, I need to take a step back. I need to look at my life and redirect my life. And for those people going through it, I mean, the process is really, really simple. So I don't know, how much time you want to spend on it, but it all starts with, I say, the process of reflection. And I think the problem is that most people never really took time to slow down, to be by themselves, to figure out what is it that I truly want to do. So that is really the starting point of all of this, the process of reflection. What are the choices you made in the past that got you
Mhm.
to where you are today? What are the choices that you can make today to get you to where you want to be tomorrow?
That's great
Um,
information. And
I mean, there's a lot of that yeah, I'm getting a little feedback. Yeah, there are a lot of things that one of the things that I in the process of doing the Life 2.0 2.0 community and kind of going to the next level, I partnered with a a holistic life and health coach because I
Mm,
realized that so much of what is holding us back are our own thoughts. And there are a
that's
lot of
good.
what I call self-limiting thoughts that we have to deal with to overcome to help get us to that next level.
That's great. That's great. Hold it right
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
We're going to come back in 30
Okay,
seconds and
not a problem.
I'm going to ask you about coaching because I know you're a proponent of this and you just talked about it and the
Yeah,
importance of
sure.
that. And then I also want to hear some of the things that you're doing within the community. Okay.
Okay,
So be
not a
right back.
problem.
All right, Jackie, we are back. Let's talk about
Mhm,
where you are now in terms of coaching. So you mentioned that you had a holistic coach,
mhm.
and you are a true advocate of personal and business coaching. So let's talk about that. Let's explore that a little
Okay.
more.
So yeah, so one of the things that I quickly realized was that a lot of what is holding us back are those thoughts. You know, who are you to do it? You can't do it, or it's been done before. So I really wanted to align the Life 2.0 community with someone who was
Mm,
certified and helping to address these thoughts to overcome what we're doing. We're going to be doing some upcoming sessions starting in the new year to help people to identify and how do you overcome those thoughts. We've done a number of podcasts on that topic. So where I'm going with all of this really is to really engage and get involved with people who are experts in certain
okay.
areas that I'm not, that I know that are helping or hindering people from, moving forward. Um, you and I, we've talked and my driving force, what is the heart of the Life 2.0 community really is helping people to reach their highest potential. That is something I did when I was a manager in corporate America. That was what I loved. And I think that was towards the end what kept me there, to hang in 7 more years because I had a fantastic team. But it's all about helping people reach their highest potential. And that's what I want to do. I want to align the Life 2.0 community with experts in whatever areas that come up that I can identify that's holding people back.
Awesome. Let's bring up. I have Zeph here. Zeph is in
Mhm,
a good friend of ours.
mhm,
What's up, Zeph? Thanks for watching. I know there's some issues that is going on
mhm.
with LinkedIn. So if you were looking for it on LinkedIn, we're not live on LinkedIn right now, but we'll have the replay on LinkedIn. But you can catch it live on Facebook as well as on YouTube right now. So when we look at your
Mhm,
community,
mhm,
what let's say that I wanted to join
mhm.
and as a male or female.
Patrick, I have to do something about this.
Exactly, you're getting the message.
Yeah, I'm getting the
men
message, Patrick.
men need this stuff too. We do. Probably more.
I'm getting the message. Yes.
Okay, what is the process of becoming a part of the community?
Very simple. Just go on to our website, www.life20community.com, and there are various areas that say join the community. And the beauty about that is when you join that community, you are going to have access. I do weekly connections, and my connections, a lot of them are resources to help you. A lot of it is about giving you information from other sources. So it's ongoing things that will help you to get to that second act, to get to that next part of your life. So go onto the website, sign up, get on the mailing list. That's all it takes.
Awesome. Great. Now, in terms of the second act,
Mhm, mhm.
does everyone have a second act, or do people have second, third, fourth,
You
or you characterize it as one act? You finish your first, then you move into your second act.
you know what? I just had this conversation with, Diane, who is the holistic health coach, and life coach that I partnered with on one of our, previous podcasts. And she and I talked about it because your second act really is around your talents, should be around your talents, your skills, your passions that you truly enjoy using. So, for example, if you have a gift to do certain something specific, that's a natural, that's a God given gift
Mhm.
that stays with you. Your job is to figure out, how do you use that gift? How do you make that gift enjoyable? How does it become more fulfilling to you? Can that gift be of service to others? And then in terms of a passion, well, we are evolving. We are human beings that, nothing about us is static, you
Right.
know. So our passion today can be one thing, but our passion tomorrow can be something else. And I'd also say, what frustrates you? What just makes your blood boil? You're really angry about it. That is a clue to your second act as well.
Oh, wow. So if you're frustrated about something that's taking place, whether it's a business or product, making a product, then you can turn that frustration into a
Right.
second act. So
Right.
a
That's
negative into a positive.
right, because you are so frustrated by it, you're so
Hmm.
emotionally attached to that. There's something that can be positive out of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't stand seeing animals abused. I'm so for example, well, I can go and I can volunteer, or I can do something in terms of pet rescue services. So
Hmm.
that's what I'm saying. What you're so frustrated about, what gets you like so angry, is really a great clue to what your second act could be.
Great. Does someone have to end a first act to have a second act, or can the second act be a part-time piece for now?
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, I have a friend who her job at the time involved a lot of writing,
Hmm.
but on the side, she did writing, on the side, because she enjoyed also editing and doing things like that. She used to do that on the side for businesses. So your second act does not mean what you do today as your career or whatever you quit it. It can be volunteering. So you
Mm,
can still have your day job, but you are passionate about whatever and you volunteer.
good. And that's a great point because when
Mhm.
people think about the second act, I think they're thinking more in terms of monetarily, right?
Right,
Making
right,
something that will
right.
help them financially, but you just nailed it. Your second act could also be volunteering. That's great.
Yes. Mhm.
So, what's next for you,
I'm trying
Jackie?
to figure out what's next for me is, I really, my goal for next year really is to brand my business, to
Okay.
expand it. As I said, I will always serve and feature people who have, women, men too, at some point, who have created their second act. But I truly believe it's a lifestyle. It's a
Yeah.
lifestyle of living your life at its best, but it's also about being of service to others. So I think my next year is really going to be honing in on your talent, your skill, but how can you be of service to others with that skill, that passion, that gift?
Awesome, awesome. I like what you said about your passion because you could be passionate about one
Mhm,
thing now,
mhm, mhm,
and then tomorrow passionate about
mhm,
something else.
mhm.
I generally tell folks sometimes your passion, well, not sometimes, all the time, your passion is different from your purpose
Oh, yeah.
because you're right because your
Yeah, yeah,
passion is
yeah.
temporary, but your
Your
purpose is more
purpose
permanent.
is that thing that, you know what, you try. I describe it as that itch that will never go away.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. So give our viewers again in terms of if they wanted to contact you.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. So the best way to do it is on our website, if you and I would encourage people to just go on, sign up, because as I said, there are resources that I put out on a weekly basis. So go onto the website, join the Life 2.0 community. It's www.life20community.com. If people want to reach out to me directly, the email is info@life20community.com.
Awesome. And I see you post all the time on LinkedIn. So I'm always looking at your posts and I'm like, there she goes. That
That's my 2.5 act, because I'm getting my certification in social media. You know that, right?
I saw that on your bio that you're doing, yeah, that you are looking to become more proficient
I love
in
creating,
social.
and that was out of all of this. That's what I'm saying. If people would just open themselves up. I love creating.
Yeah,
So for me to be doing my posts, to me, that's designing and creating. I'm in heaven.
great. And how can someone get a hold of your podcast? You're still doing your
Yeah.
podcast?
So my
Okay.
podcasts it's on Apple, it's on Google, it's on oh my gosh, it's on Overcast. There are I'm trying to think. Apple, iTunes, Google, Overcast, or they can just go on to, and of course, now I am blanking out.
That's okay.
Oh, I'm blanking out on this one.
But they can get it
Anchor,
anywhere.
Anchor.
Anchor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah. Okay. Great.
mhm.
And so next year you're going to be diving into more of the social media pieces, right?
Next year, I look, the Life 2.0 community is my purpose, but
All
next
right.
year, because I love the designing and creating part of that. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet with that.
I'm excited for you,
I'm
Jacqueline.
doing it for my business, and I'm helping my husband with his business right now. But I'm not letting that one go. I
There
am
you
just
go.
in
There you
heaven with
go.
that part.
I'm excited for you. You know, I'm a big supporter of you. If there's anything that we can do to help you, let us know.
Oh, right.
When you have some other things that's coming out, launching,
Uh-huh.
feel free to come back and we'll chat some more. But I'm not letting you get away yet because there's
Okay.
something that we do with all of our guests, and it's called rapid fire. And
Okay.
that's where I ask some very
Yeah.
specific questions and I put you on the hot seat so
Okay.
that our viewers can know more of you personally, right?
Uh-huh.
So, first one, what's your favorite food?
Coconut cake.
Okay. You had to go to
And
the cake,
lemon
right?
cookies.
Oh my gosh. You had to go to the desserts first. All right. What is your favorite type of music?
Jazz. I love contemporary jazz.
Is there a specific artist that you like?
Oh my gosh, I love Paul Hardcastle, Gerald Albright. I don't. I think Paul Hardcastle. I kind of like his beat.
Okay. All right. Favorite place to vacation?
Oh gosh, Paris.
Oh, wow. You are going big time.
Oh
Paris.
yeah, yeah,
Very nice. Very
yeah.
nice. Good. For shopping or just visiting?
Both.
Jackie. Oh, you are too funny. All right. Last but not least, let's
Mhm.
see. The last book you've read.
Oh, actually, I'm rereading a book. It's Jack Canfield.
Okay. Yep.
Seven. Where is it? The success principles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great book. Well, Jacqueline, I want to thank you so
Thank
very much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you for being here. I know great things are going to be happening for you in 2022, and I can't wait. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to support the fellows with Life 2.0.
I will come back and I will announce it on the 30, okay?
Exactly. Give us some love. Come on. I'm sure your husband he's probably pushing, come on, let's get the fellas here. So that's something that I'm looking forward to in 2022. But Jackie, thank you
Okay.
so very much. All the very best. Merry Christmas and a
Thank you.
safe
Thank you. My
and
pleasure. Thank you.
successful 2022. All right.
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we've been talking with Jacqueline R. Robinson. She is the founder of Life 2.0 community and a second act. If you want to get in contact with her, the information is right there in the broadcast, and I'll also post it online for you. So that is about it. I want to thank you for taking time. If you are viewing this live or if you are viewing it in replay, thank you so very much for taking time out of your busy schedule for indulging in us for 30 minutes. So until next week, may God bless you and your family. Be safe.